Mark, a hard-earned 3 points. Happy with that?
Yeah, delighted to be honest with you. A real good Dublin Derby and a real good solid performance from everybody, subs included. So yeah, delighted with the 3 points.
The manager spent all week talking about edge. Was there as much edge in that game as you thought there'd be?
Yeah, at times. I think we were on the front foot for most of the part of the game and controlled large parts of the game, so we didn't really allow for that edge to come in there, but we played with an edge and that's what allowed us to do it.
Bohs came out and kind of nullified the game early on. It kind of killed the atmosphere a little bit. Were you expecting them to do that early on?
To be honest with you, probably not, because they usually come with fire and a real intensity. So yeah, it probably shocked us a bit, but I think we dealt well with it and we fixed a few things at half time, and I think you could see that in the second half's performance, that we really dominated and deserved the 3 points.
What was said in the dressing room at half time that led to the domination in the second half?
Probably just more in the front foot. It was probably 3 at the back, us especially, we were in their half, just staying dominating the half. I think we were a bit off them a wee bit at times. We just fixed that, and I think we really suffocated them then in the second half, and obviously after the goal goes in they get a bit of a second wind or whatever it may be. We dealt well then with that defensively.
There wasn't many clear-cut chances in the game, but we found a way. It wasn't the prettiest goal in the world, but what did you see of it? Yeah,
I think it was some excellent play, to be honest with you. Calm, coolness around the box. Evan first, Ali second, and then Meepo a top drawer finish, touch hit, and that's what we've seen from him since pre-season, to be honest with you. Hopefully now that'll kick him on and he'll do more for us.
Would you be happy for Meepo? He's caught probably a frustrating figure the last couple of weeks. He's maybe snatched a few chances, he'd say himself, but the group must be happy for him.
Oh yeah, we're delighted for him. As I said before, in pre-season we were excited about him. The first few games he was flying, and he just had a bit of probably in his own head, to be honest with you, and we're obviously delighted for him now, and as I said, he's helping the team. We want to help him get back to wherever he wants to be, and hopefully now that'll be the start of it.
Lewis Temple obviously not in the starting 11 tonight after his performance last week. It's another setback for the group, but probably shows resilience the players have to fight back and defend the way they did.
Yeah, 100%. We don't really complain about it and we just get on with things, and I think that's a testament to the group, coaches, and how we're well drilled, that anybody can step into anywhere and do a job, and the amount of people that have stepped up this year already is endless, and we're going to need that for the whole year, especially if we want to go to where we want to go.
You mentioned players stepping up. For you tonight, you slotted in the middle of a back three. You had been on the right bit in the last couple of games. When you signed here first, did you see yourself playing in the middle of a back three?
I actually think that was my 100th game for Shels too, and so to say that you're playing in the middle centre back in your 100th game, I don't think I would have said that. But look, if I'm expecting other people to do it, I have to do it myself, and I'm happy to put the team first and do a job. I was excited about the challenge and embracing it and learning, and I think it can actually enhance my game going forward.
How does that work during the week? Like, how early do you know, and do you do specific things maybe with the likes of Joey to kind of adapt to the position, or are you kind of just left to figure it out?
Definitely not. Nah, you're not left to figure it out. There's a lot of video that goes into it, and as you said, I'm working with Joey, and we all know about Joey's Tuesday, so that's a huge part of it. And I always used to watch the lads doing it, and now I'm part of it, and I can really see the benefit of it, especially when you're defending your own box and just your positioning. And I think 2 clean sheets in a row now is testament really to his coaching, and obviously our buy-in and learning and our willingness to learn and implement then on the game.
You were right in the middle of that last 5 minutes, as you mentioned earlier. Bohs kind of threw everything at it. They got a little bit of a second wind. You must have been really happy with the way we defended that last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, delighted. I was saying there, it's probably the most intense, because obviously I was part of a back five then, and it's probably the most intense I felt at the end of the game, probably just being out of position, but I really enjoyed it, and I think that's the most satisfaction I've got from a clean sheet in my whole career, to be honest with you. And myself and Cam were chatting about it. It's nearly like feeling like a score, you know, especially when you're defending, and that's 2 clean sheets on a row, and we have to keep building on that.
If you do end up going back into your more familiar midfield position, do you think you'd look at a centre-half's role a little bit differently now?
I can go both ways here and slaughter them, or I can. I obviously have a big respect for them in terms of the concentration levels that's needed for that role, and just the intensity, and obviously there's a bit of nervousness about it when you're the last man and that. So no, definitely a big respect for it too, but I also can get onto them a bit more now if I don't feel they're doing their job, because I have a better understanding of it.
Does it change how you move the ball? Because obviously you mentioned there, when you're in the middle of the park, generally you have those three centre-backs behind you, where if you do maybe play a square one or you miss-hit one, there's a safety blanket behind you. It didn't seem to faze you tonight, you still just played as normal.
Yeah, look, I think that's a part of it that I looked at, that I have to implement my game on that position. It's do a job obviously defensively, but then bring the quality that I have as well on the ball, and I felt I did that quite reasonably well there tonight, and there's in other areas that I could learn again, and that's what it's about really, and especially when you're on bringing that calmness, I suppose, is a big help to everybody then.
The manager mentioned in his post-match here with Darren that he was watching off from the sideline and he felt that it was a performance of champions. Did it feel that way playing?
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. As I said earlier, the way we suffocated them and really dominated in large periods was, for me, that's probably the most we've ever dominated a Bohs team, I think, since I've been here. And to go then and keep going in that relentlessness to go and get the winner speaks volumes. So look, but again, we'll not get ahead of ourselves. It's one game. We'll go again next week.
Obviously the double header now comes. There's always so much talked about the double headers, that it's a lot of load on the players and stuff. As a group, do you look forward to the double games?
Yeah, you have to. Look, they're obviously tough on the body, but the games are what you want to be playing and a part of. So we're looking forward to it now, and it's about recovery and doing things right. We live full-time professional lives as footballers, so it's part and parcel of the job, and you have to embrace it and enjoy it.
Another special atmosphere. The roof nearly came off the riverside and that goal did go in. What's it mean to you to captain this group? You've been here a while now, you've really settled, but what does it mean to wear the armband and walk out to that kind of an atmosphere?
Yeah, it is special, and I've said it so many times that it is, and it means a lot to me to be captain of this group and of this great club. You look around, you look at the history, and you look at the trophies we've won down through the years, and to be a part of that history now after last year and looking to do more. It's a special place to be, and to be a captain of that, I don't think it gets any better.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.